So this is Hanging with LAVS, and so now I'm sitting here in the corporate office of True Fusion with my friend Michael Borden, who's kind of a big deal.
No. We're having fun. It's good. TJ's a close personal friend, and I've been watching him do the Hanging with LAVS thing.
So you started with business where?
You know, I don't know. I mean, I learned the entrepreneurial spirit from my dad, right?
Okay.
And my dad was a fantastic individual. He taught my brother and I the work ethic and honesty and problem-solving skills, and it worked out pretty good. I mean, I'm from the Midwest originally, in
Where at?
Wisconsin. So we grew, hold on 1 second. I gotta see you. We'll talk about Dad here just for a second, but so we grew up, we were upper middle class family. My parents were separated at the time, and my father suffered a debilitating neck injury. He broke his neck, C3, C4 quad, when I was 6. So we grew up on government cheese.
Wow.
Yeah, nothing. And you go, we lost everything. And my father, with no mobility in his arms or his legs, was able to start the company back, build a home for us, provide for his kids, and teach us all these things. And then he also changed how the state works with the Department of Vocational Rehab on disabled benefits. And he started another nonprofit where he was recycling wheelchairs because he couldn't sell them to people, and they were just going in the landfill. He goes, this is horrible. Let's get the wheelchairs to people that need them. So they couldn't sell them in the U.S., so they shipped them overseas and gave them to Bolivia and Panama and China and stuff. It was pretty cool.
Gee.
Here's a picture of my dad. This is my dad with Secretary of Labor, Elaine Chao. He was the inaugural nominee for an award from President Bush 43 on the Millennial Award, which this went through the state and it went through federal, and they changed this, and it brings hundreds of millions of dollars of tax-paying revenue into the government, into the economy, and it helps people that are disabled work and get back to be productive citizens of society. So it's pretty cool. So you go, that's my dad's story. You go, if he can do all that,
Being that.
with no mobility in his arms and legs, what's my freaking excuse?
There you go.
What's my issue, right?
And you have an amazing work ethic. So that
Yeah,
I saw you with my own 2 eyes building and working on
Yeah.
True Fusion. Like
Yeah.
you actually
We got-
hands-on are a carpenter, and you're building the walls and the
Yeah.
shelving
Yeah.
and all the things. And it's so cool. And like we just came to the corporate office, and you're like, yeah, I built this table and this, that, thing. That's
Made it
pretty
happen.
cool.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
neat. So we grew up in the trades. We grew up in insulation subcontracting, which is a miserable business. No one likes to insulate. There's hundreds of carpenters, hundreds of electricians, some plumbers, some roofers, and maybe a handful of insulators in any city. Well, if you're good at business, you're going to be able to take care of your family, and it's not fun. It's not an easy way to make a living, but you take care of your family and you have a lifestyle, and it's okay. I lettered 11 out of 12 times in high school, right?
Nice.
Football, wrestling, and math, or football, wrestling, and track.
So you're tough, because wrestling's tough
Wrestling, I still have a school record for
wrestling.
168 takedowns in a single season. So I went in the service, was colorblind, so I worked in the department of psychiatry as a counselor. And I had roughly 65 patients. At 20 years old, I'm talking to people about some very serious interpersonal issues, and I think it taught me a lot on communicating with people, with being empathetic towards people. And it's important. I'm from the Midwest, so a handshake means something, and I think it's important that every deal should be a win-win. It's pigs get fat, hogs get slaughtered. My brother and my mother had migrated from Las Vegas to Wisconsin. It was 100 below zero for 4 days when I was a young man there, and you go, let's see, I don't have a good job, I don't have a house, I don't have a heated garage, I don't get 2 weeks of paid vacation to play in the snow, and basically you get your ass handed to you by the weather, and you go, this isn't any fun. I'm gonna go to beautiful Las Vegas, Nevada, bright lights, big city. I got out here, I was working as a carpenter out at Lake Las Vegas, building custom homes. And one of my friends, actually my brother, he knew somebody that knew the producer at the show at the Excalibur, and I got an interview, and I went, that would be cool. And I got hired that evening and started working as a professional sword fighter. Blew out my knee on stage, busted this finger, smashed this elbow, dislocated this. I had a drain in this leg, and performed in over 1,800 shows on the Strip. And then got back out, went back into construction, and then my brother had read of this this organization, or this new business opportunity called carrier neutral co-location data hotels. Yeah, a new business venture or industry, the data center industry, ultimately, that was starting in with the technology boom and the dot-commers in the late 90s. They needed somewhere to house their servers. And he had done everything right. He had worked his way up from, you know, a real estate broker to the president, CEO of this residential builder here. And the owner took down too many acres of land and couldn't carry the debt service and sunk the company. So he's going, wait a second, I go in at 5 in the morning, I'm leaving at 7, 8 at night, and I'm jobless. I did everything right, Dad. What's the deal, right? And he goes, you guys got to start your own business, and then you can be your own boss, and you can learn from your mistakes, and you can work. You're working for yourself. So we jumped into that business, and you know, in '99, when the tech bubble blew up, we had one gentleman that gave us a couple $100,000, Scotty Gregson. He's second generation land guy here in Vegas. So Scott believed in us, and then the tech bubble blew up, and we went, oh my gosh, what did we do? And there were 5 other data center providers in the valley. 2 of them were publicly traded companies. And we weathered the storm. We wore a lot of hats, from security installs to server installs to power installs to tours to, I did all the bills. I wrote all the billing, and then my brother wrote all the checks. And we worked really hard for years. We started with a 3,200 square foot data center over in Sahara Nellis. We built out to 6,400 square feet, and then Enron bankrupted, and we went, man, it would be really cool to buy that building. But they spent $12 million on this building in '99, and what are they going to sell it for? It was going through the federal bankruptcy court up in New York, and we went, man, it would be neat. We need more data center space. It would be neat to get that building, and we put in a bid with every penny we had for like $820,000, I think it was. So less than 8 cents on the dollar. And we got it. We got it.
No way.
Yeah. And we went, oh my goodness, now what? Everything you learned in kindergarten is what's going to make you successful in life in the future. And society goes, you need to get good grades, and you need to understand this and do this. But what it doesn't teach you in grade school, high school, is how to communicate with other people, how to be kind, the golden rule, don't do something to someone else that you don't want done to yourself. And if you live your life with those principles, you know what's right and wrong inside. If something's saying it's not right, it probably isn't right. You shouldn't do it. And if you live by those principles, you're going to probably be okay in the future, and then work really hard. Some people go, oh, Mike, you're lucky. And you go, no. What's luck, TJ?
Opportunity meets preparation.
That's it. It's when preparation meets opportunity. The window of opportunity is opening and closing all the time. And you're either prepared to jump through that window and make it happen, or you're toast. It's not going to happen. And you're going to sit there. Hopefully,
go by.
Don't be an excuse person, right?
Yeah.
Be positive. The glass is half full.
That's it, baby.
Yeah.
So then you did switch.
So we started this company called Co-Location Gateways. We got the Enron building out of bankruptcy with all of our money. We went, wow, and we just kept working hard. We went through a merger and acquisition with the Thomas family out here in Las Vegas. People know them, Thomas and Mack Center.
Mm-hmm.
We had a closed door meeting with the chair of the FCC, Michael Powell. We had the chair of the Senate Committee on Technology.
Some pretty important folk.
Presentation from our little Enron facility. We built, before I retired, we built the 10th largest data center in the world, 407,000 square feet, 100 MVA worth of power, can hold 7,000 computer cabinets. So you know those computer cabinets, those racks, can hold 7,000 of those in there. That's pretty cool. It's pretty neat.
It's pretty sick.
Yeah. So then what? At 36, you go, now what am I going to do? And it's kind of humbling, right? TJ, you go, hey, TJ, I'm Mike. Hey, TJ.
Hi, Mike. What's up, man?
How are you? What's the next question anybody asks?
What do you do?
What do you do? And you go, well, I went from being president, COO, and co-founder of a $1 billion tech company to just single dad Mike. And it's pretty cool because it takes some real introspect to go, well, what's important in my life? My children, being a good person, I'm now married to my best friend, which is really cool and fantastic.
She's cool as a fan. I don't know how you tricked her into that.
She's unbelievable, right?
She's so cool.
She works super hard.
Yep.
She outworks me. She's organized.
Right.
She's chief construction officer over at Switch, right?
Okay.
And she built 2 million.
She's chief construction
She
officer.
built 2 million square feet worldwide last year.
Jesus.
Of high-tech data center space. That's pretty cool. And and loves my kids. We're 7 months pregnant. We're getting ready to have another baby.
Beautiful.
And it's pretty cool. So we got all that going, and then you go, what's important? And I'll go back to my dad. And you go, my dad really had a significant role in my life. And so he was disabled in Wisconsin in the snow, and he made it to almost every sporting event I ever had.
How's that?
Commitment.
Dude, that
right?
is straight.
It's unbelievable.
That's amazing.
My stepmom was made of iron. And what it takes 3 hours of getting him ready to get out there to do it, and then getting him home. The event's done. And we're going home, and then we still got to take care of Dad and put him in bed and get him all set up. And Lori is an incredible lady. My wife is a lot like Lori. She's an incredible lady. But it just, if he can do all that and make that commitment to his kids, what can I do? And you go, I want to make the world a better place. And I want to make money doing it. So when I look for businesses, if they fall underneath that, and we have the opportunity to be disruptive and change an industry and do something that,
which brings us to where we are right now.
Right here, we're in the corporate office of True
That's
Fusion.
it, baby. True Fusion, and it's changed my life for the better.
It's pretty neat.
Because
that's how I met you.
That's how I met you.
You're over there sweating in one of our rooms.
That's right. So I took up hot yoga when I had a broken leg 10 years ago. Broke my leg. Wife's like, go to hot yoga. This guy named Martin. Fast forward, and he's like, yo, we're starting a new place. It's called True Fusion, yada, yada, yada. He started it with whoever. They get bought out by this guy who sees a vision that he's going to be the biggest hot yoga studio in the world.
Yeah, mixed fitness. We do everything under group fitness under one umbrella. And we're a regenerative, restorative brand. We have yoga in every class, and it's pretty neat. So we always knew we were going to franchise, that we were going to get, continue to grow. It's super cool. We're having fun. We're building something that's changing the fitness industry permanently, and we're off to the races. We're having fun.
Okay.
And we've got a fantastic team.
Yes, we do.
Yeah. Here's one other one. It's important to give back, right?
Yeah.
And you go, if my father, he'd give the shirt off his back. And seeing that, I've sat on the board for Habitat for Humanity in Las Vegas for the last 9 years. And it's my 5th year as chairman. And we've built 109 homes in the valley. And we've helped change the cycle of poverty. Just that one interesting fact. But look what homeownership does, and the stability of having the home and not worrying where we're going to be, where we're staying tonight, or am I at my grandma's, or am I at this apartment, or are we staying in our car, or are we homeless? I'm thankful to be involved with it and thankful to give back. And if you can't be passionate about what you're going to do and have fun doing it and work with great people, don't do it. Find something that you are and go follow that dream.
Do a Hanging with LAVS,
Hanging with LAVS. It's fun. It's awesome.
Thank
hey,
you,
brother. I love you, man.
Me too, brother.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Forget about it. Thank you.